Are the Ottawa Senators poised to make some noise come playoff time in the Eastern Conference? That's the first topic of conversation here in the 5-minute edition of Power Plays powered by FanDuel. And Carlo, don't look now. The Sens are hot. Their goalie is healthy, and their captain is ripping. Senators, a team that scares you if you're the rest of the Eastern Conference.
Yeah, I think they have to scare you because they'll be coming into a playoff situation if they get there with nothing really to lose. First-time experience for many of the guys. You're probably going to have Brady Tkachuk playing at another level because it just seems like the way he's playing right now, post-Four Nations, he's got the Superman cape on. He's willing this team into a playoff spot. You know, just it's amazing how much momentum he's built coming out of the Four Nations where everybody talked about the Tkachuk brothers, and then now he's made it personal. He's watched his brother play in the playoffs previous year, watched his brother win his Stanley Cup. He's talked to us many times, and he's stated how he wants to lead the Senators to the promised land of being a playoff team. And it looks like he's doing it himself individually. He's got goals in six straight games. He's got points in 7 straight games. The team is 5-0-1 in the 6 games that he's played post-Nations. It's incredible what he's doing and how other guys are following. Plus, you add goaltending to that, and Allmark could be a dangerous team anybody could welcome come playoff time.
And let's not forget, Dylan Cousins has looked really good in Ottawa. I'm certain he'll become a superstar. That's what happens to every Buffalo Sabre who leaves. It seems like that way anyways. The Atlantic Division, man, really improved post-trade deadline. Florida made big moves, as did Tampa, as did Toronto. Who do you think is the best team in the division from here on out?
Well, best team in the division at the moment is the Ottawa Senators, a team we just talked about, the hottest team in the division because they've been making the most noise since the deadline. But you look at Florida. Obviously, Florida has vastly improved, but when are we going to get to see this Florida team? Matthew Tkachuk's out till playoffs. Aaron Ekblad just got suspended. Brad Marchand, the big addition at the trade deadline, might not be back just before playoffs. So what type of team are we going to see leading up to that point? I think the Toronto Maple Leafs right now are the strongest team coming out of the post-deadline because they address 2 areas of significant weakness, third-line center ice, and top 4 defensemen. I love the Brandon Carlo move, but also you look at their goaltending, the tandem that they possess, one of the best tandems in the league. I know there's Vasilevsky, who hasn't really played Vasilevsky type of hockey. There's Bobrovsky, who helped lead the Florida Panthers. So I'm going to go with the Toronto Maple Leafs right now to this one.
Interesting answer, and a lot of interesting questions around Mitch Marner following what happened just leading into the trade deadline. There was speculation about a possible trade and a possible contract. If you were running the Maple Leafs, Coco, how much is too much to pay Mitch Marner per year in his next deal?
Well, I think the question is, what are we considering too much? Because clearly he's going to be the number 1 player on the free agent market if he gets to that point. But I think the landscape in the NHL has changed. What we thought Marner was going to earn before the season started was somewhere probably between Auston Matthews and William Nylander, which was a comfortable number for the Maple Leafs. But now with all the money that's coming into the system and him being the top guy out there, you open him up to the market, we could possibly be seeing Mitch Marner being the highest paid player in the league. So I've always said, since the news came out a couple weeks ago, I think Mitch Marner's next contract starts with at least a 14.
Woo, wouldn't that be something? No shortage of great conversations in Toronto regarding that. Let's talk about the Calder Trophy race. I think there are 4 very legitimate contenders for this award. Who do you have at the moment?
Well, I started the year with Lane Hutson, and I'm continuing my pick with Lane Hutson right now because, you know, for a rookie defenseman, and we look at the path that rookie defensemen have won the Calder in the past, it's eclipsing 50 points. Cale Makar did it in his rookie season. Moritz Seider did it in his rookie season. Both guys have won. Lane Hutson's at 49 points right now. He could get 60 points as a defenseman, as a rookie in the NHL, and he's doing it on a team that's competing for the playoffs. I know Macklin Celebrini's the favorite, but he's playing on the worst team in the league. I like Dustin Wolf as a long shot here at plus 1,800 on FanDuel. I think if the Calgary Flames get in, he's going to make a strong case for himself. But at plus 290 right now, which is still good value with Lane Hutson, I'm going with Lane Hutson.
We could very well see Colorado play Dallas in round 1 of the Stanley Cup playoffs, which would be incredible. Who would you have as the favorite in that theoretical matchup?
Well, it'd be incredible. It would also be really dumb because, again, it brings attention to the dumb playoff format that the NHL has. Look, Dallas was my preseason pick to win the Stanley Cup. They got the best player at the deadline. I think Colorado did the most at the deadline, improving the rest of their roster. So this one's going to be a tough one, but I'm going with the Dallas Stars because that was my preseason pick.
What a matchup that would be. What a playoffs we are in store for. Still a couple weeks away. We'll be tracking it closely here on Power Plays, powered by FanDuel.